You know why we live in a negative spiral? Do you know why every single time we always go out in public and we focus on and we envy those people that are just like freaking always smiling, all the girls that are just like living up their lives. Like, bro, let's be honest, right? And when I'm on the train, like I remember this one night I was going home from university and I saw like these girls like beside me, they're sitting, not beside me, but on the other aisle. And I was just kind of envious, bro. Genuinely. I'm like, frick this, like I don't have anything, like I don't have my life together properly, like I don't have the goals. I haven't reached my goals. I'm like pretty broke right now personally. Like I'm not saying my parents, alhamdulillah, thankful to God. Like I'm not broke personally I'm broke, but like my parents they're doing good, right? Either way, like we're surviving. And I'm just like sitting here just so pissed off at the world. I don't have anything and complaining. I was just envious because there's people behind me that are like enjoying life, that are having so much fun, that are laughing and smiling. And I was just like, why would you do that? Like these people must be just wasting their lives or something. Like these people are just instant gratification junkies, right? That's what I was telling myself this entire time. I think this month has been not this month, but last month. Or I guess the month of August and September, especially September. We're almost at the end of September. Today's the 29th. Has been probably the worst month mentally I've ever had. Mentally. After all the Charlie Kirk situation that I didn't even know happened until my friend messaged me because I don't watch the news for good reasons, and I'm gonna go into why today in this video. This video is very appropriate for talking about the topic. But I don't know, bro. I've been just living with anxiety this entire time. I'm not saying I believe in what Charlie Kirk says. By the way, like just because I mentioned his name, I know there's gonna be some people in the comments like, "Oh my God, he's no." I don't know. I don't care. I don't give a crap. I don't agree with most things he says though, and I'm not a liberal, by the way. If you've had that thought in mind, I'm not. I'm not a conservative either. I'm a Muslim, and we have our own law. Either way, it's just like I've been just losing hope. Every single day you see a new problem in Palestine, you see another problem in another country, you see another problem in this country, and then America is doing its thing, which is not good, and then other countries doing its thing. So either way, bro, you just see that the world's getting freaking worse, right? Every single day. Now, I have a question to ask myself and you. With all of what's happening with the world, with how worse it's getting, right? Can me and you fix a single bit of it? Like right now, let me ask you. Let's just say Trump did something right now. Would you be able to go and save the day and be the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man and save the day? Probably not. Let's just say if the stock market crashed. Can you go save the day and revitalize the stock market? Probably not. Last question. Let's say right now a country got bombed. Already is Palestine, as an example. Other countries as well. Can you now go and like destroy the opposition, aka the Zionists, and get rid of them? It's gonna take a long time, but right now, maybe not right now. So I realized that this entire month, I've been living with so much freaking negativity. My mental health has been so bad. I've been just sad, anxious, can't sleep. And that resulted in me like not properly taking care of my health, not properly sticking to the gym, not properly sticking to my habits as much because I've been just living with so much anxiety. You know when like you have like this existential crisis about life and some people just become so depressed? You know when some people really get caught in the reality of life and then they just stop living, like they just stop going to the gym, they stop eating, they become absolutely depressed. I'm not saying I became that, but I'm saying that I could have if I kept living in a negative spiral. And this is the thing, right? Of all the people that are watching this video, how many of us are living in such a low frequency state every single day? We're living in a low frequency state where we focus on the negatives, where we always complain, where we always just focus on the negative aspects of people, humanity, the world, this, that, like always. And yet, none of it is being fixed by me and you. This book called The Seven Habits of Effective People, I keep mentioning this in every single video, but this book is amazing. Like, genuinely freaking amazing. I'm not even, like, I'm only like on the second habit. And the author was saying the idea of like, there's two types of people. There's a reactive type of people, so they're reactive, and there's proactive type of people. Pragmatic, proactive. The reactive type of person, all they do is complain. You know the uncles at your gathering or like your parents or whatever, when they gather, all they talk about is how like especially brown people. If you're brown watching this video, you'll know this like very like you can see this. You literally hear uncles freaking screaming at each other because like, oh, but Trump, but Biden, but Kamala Harris, and shut up. You're freaking 74, like or like you're like 57, whatever, same thing. Why are you focusing so much on or relying so much on freaking Kamala Harris or Trump? Your financial situation, your physical situation, your situation isn't because of what Trump is doing. Sure, it could Trump what Trump might be doing could influence your situation. Maybe because something happened or whatever, you might be placed in a lower household. But it's your attitude that makes it worse. Some people might say, oh, I'm so broke because Trump is taking away all the jobs and all of this and this and that and this. And this is why reactive people, as the author said, they don't get anywhere in life. They don't do anything with their lives. Why? Because they take away the responsibility that they could have and they give it to someone else. They want to be spoon fed. We know types of people like that who have no response. Frankly, me, right now I'm not in the most responsible state I could be in. I don't have my own job right now, and so me, 100%. So you know what? A couple of months ago, I was complaining about like the fact that I don't have my financial situation is not like there, and I'm not making my own money, and I'm not doing this and I'm not doing that, and I was getting so pissed off because I wasn't making my own money and I'm so broke, and I can barely pay for my own expenses and whatever. I have to keep asking my dad, and I was complaining, I was complaining. What did I do about it? Nothing. Sure, I was doing business. Sure, I was doing content creation, but I wasn't even doing that properly. What this goes to show is that we can never get out of a negative situation until we do something about it, until we take initiative, until we change our situation, our responsibilities, our habits, our actions. If you rely on Kamala Harris, I don't want to keep saying her name, Trump, or the freaking whoever, wherever country, whatever country you live in, if you keep relying on them, then you will be like the masses. You will be like everyone else. The author gives this story in his book of how the CEO of a company, or like the founder of a company, the owner, whatever, the boss, he was like very good boss. Like he was very visionary. He had a lot of like, talent and skill. But his main issue, the boss's issue, was that he just wanted everything his way, and he wouldn't take people's opinions. And so either way, one day, the people under the boss, the C suite as they call it, like the chairman, the people that are under the boss but they have a high position. Most of those chairmen slash like high position job people, they were complaining. They were there like, the boss doesn't listen to me, and the boss is so stubborn and all this stuff, right? They were saying that. But amongst those, workers, there was one particular worker that didn't engage in the gossiping, that didn't engage in being reactive, that didn't engage in talking bad about the boss and always complaining like this. And What he ended up doing instead was, okay, the boss is like this. What can I do? What can I do to change my situation right now? What can I do? What can I do to build a better relationship with the boss? What can I do? Because there's no point of complaining because you're not going to take the action. The very essence of complaining, the very essence of focusing on the negative aspects of humanity and people and just complaining about that, the very essence is that you are telling yourself, someone else, please fix this problem. When I complain about my financial situation, I'm just like complaining, complaining, complaining. I just want a handout. I just want someone to give me money. I could have done something about it. I could have gone and applied for a job, which I have. Actually, 2 days ago, I applied for 7 jobs just to make some extra income on the side to level up my skills. And of course, that's great because I'm documenting my journey on YouTube. So I get to share stuff like I learned from those jobs, and it'll be really, really fun if I get those jobs. Please pray for me. But it goes to show. Maybe you're complaining about your teacher. Maybe you're complaining about your professor at university. Maybe you're complaining about your boss at your job, and there's probably going to be issues that they have. No one's perfect. What are you going to do about it? There's 3 ways you can do that. Number one, you can focus on your habits. So, what can I do to fix the situation? Number two, you can focus on your influence. That's what the author was saying in the book. You can focus on your influence, which is how can I act differently? How can I talk differently? Like your influence. Influence is people to people. Or if this is something I really fundamentally can't fix, whether my habits or influence, learn to live with the problem until you find a solution. I could be complaining about the amount of promiscuity that I see, the amount of freaking degeneracy I see every single day at university. I'm going in a couple of hours, inshallah, God willing. And I know I'm gonna see freaking doodles out. I'm gonna see this. I'm gonna see body parts out, and it's degenerate. It's disgusting. I don't. I mean, it's. Why am I gonna see that? That's a freaking filthy society. Obviously, Canada and America, they don't really care about moral code. They don't care about dress code. They don't care about because they have no morals. They just freaking degenerate perverts. But see, I can complain about that right now, which I just did to you. I caught myself. That was a freaking issue. But again, I'm on the same journey with you. I literally came to this realization literally 2 days ago. So give me some slack. I'm working on this myself. But let's work on it together. See, I just complained about how Canada is such a not a moral code. Such there's no morals in this country, right? What can I do about it? Right now, I can't really change Canada. I can't. I'm not a governmental. I don't have a high governmental position. I don't have one-to-one influence. What can I do? Maybe I could spread the message. Maybe I could speak about how we shouldn't be promiscuous. We shouldn't be wearing this stuff, disgusting clothes in public. Number one, or maybe I can change my modes of behavior. Maybe I can change my influence. You know, maybe I could ask someone or tell people. Or you know what? Since it's such a widespread issue, learn to live with the problem. Okay, so what? Canada's immoral and has no moral code and is like not is a godless society. What can I do? Not much. What can I do in my own terms? Make my world, make my surroundings, make my family a god conscious society, right? That's what I can do. Make my future kids a god conscious, household. I mean, I can't fix what so and so Jessica wants to do on a Monday afternoon. If she wants to go where that, I can't change that. What I can change is, okay, the frick, who the frick cares if Jessica's wearing that? I'm gonna focus on me. What the frick? I don't give a crap. I'm gonna focus on what I can control. And if I can, if I have an opportunity to go help Jessica, maybe change her views, that's different. But I can't right now. Okay, cool. It's a widespread issue. We see this all the time. It's literally making men relapse every single day. But I can maybe help the men stop relapsing or help them. Or I can just, again, I can just focus on me. But there's no point of looking at the negatives. There's no point of focusing on the negatives. Because all that's gonna make me do is live in this low frequency reactive state when I'm not gonna take responsibility and I'm gonna complain, 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 and I'm gonna have such a negative mind all the time. This is exactly what I want to talk about. This entire month, my mental health has been so bad, and I just needed to share this with you guys because I feel like you might be going through the same thing. You might be complaining about your teacher. You might be complaining about your financial situation, your physique, maybe your confidence levels. You might be complaining about all of this, but complaining doesn't get you there. It doesn't do anything for you. Rather, it takes away the responsibility that you could have. You could be complaining about all the habits, the bad habits that you're addicted to. Again, there's no point. Be proactive, pragmatic. How can I take responsibility for this situation? Something I told to ChatGPT actually. I told. Gotta take the credit. Which is, a man will never quit a habit until he believes and realizes that he is responsible for doing the habit in and of itself. So you might be going and looking for the best diet to lose fat. You might be going out there and looking for the best magical pill solution to lose your love handles and your fat. You might be going out there and looking for the best productivity app so you can become productive and get an A plus. You might be doing all of that. But until you realize that I can partake and I have the responsibility to be productive without any external need, until you realize that I am responsible for eating my junk food and it's not my stress, it's not my trauma. That could definitely make it worse. I'm not trying to undermine your stress and trauma, but until you realize that it's not the stress that's gonna make you do the bad habits. It can influence it. At the end of the day, you do the bad habits. Until you can come to terms with that, you will never leave those bad habits. I'm telling you right now, there's no other way. Until you can fundamentally realize that I am responsible for going there and jacking off, you will never stop that habit. And I know we're not perfect, bro. But you need to come to terms with this realization. There's no magical pill. I wish. There's no like specific hack or specific style, or there's no specific like thinking pattern. Mindsets are important, obviously, but this is the mindset. Until you realize that you are responsible for the very action that you're doing at this moment, that you have the power to partake in it or not. You have the power to eat that burger or not. Your mind could be a lot weaker. Your mind could be very numb. Like, it might just be very used to comfort. That's completely fine. Your mind might be almost brainwashed to seek the easy way out and to eat the junk food. That's fine. You were raised like that. The world was raised like that. Whatever. But what are you gonna do now? Are you gonna keep your mind running like that? Because no matter how much influence, no matter how much your brain tries to make you think that you are going to be addicted to these and this and this and this and this habit, you are responsible for the very action. And until you can come to terms with that, you can never quit them. You have to realize I have the power. This goes for the same with your productivity. The same with the bad teacher you have that you're complaining about how the teacher can't teach and the teacher speaks like a freaking university paper. There's so many teachers that speak like they're in a freaking essay. They speak in essay terms. I'm like, bro, my guy, just teach me. Like, you don't need to speak such extraordinary words, you know? But there's so many teachers that teach like that. Now I could go there and freaking complain and not go to class and just be like, oh, the reason why I'm getting a 50% is because of no. Who cares? Be proactive. What can I do? Maybe ask the teacher after class. Go on ChatGPT and summarize the slides. Sit in the front of the class. Spend more time doing the class. It's just about being proactive. You are still responsible. Doesn't matter if the teacher speaks gibberish or the teacher speaks Chinese. You are responsible for the grade you get. Sure, it would be better to have a better speaking teacher, a teacher who can speak a better, who can speak nicely and more simpler. 100%, that would be amazing. But the world keeps spinning. The world keeps moving on. No one gives a crap if your teacher is a freaking. I don't care. Like, I mean, I wish I could care, bro. I'm just saying. I'm just telling you how it is. Like, I know. Same thing with your boss. Make the most out of the situation you've been given. All right, I'm gonna go. I have to get ready soon. I'm gonna do a little bit more work, and then I'll keep you boys updated. Follow my Instagram, link in the description down below. Other than that, I love you boys, and I'll see you soon. Assalamu alaikum.